What it do? Bedtime crew. Hey man, listen, today I am here to predict every UFC pound for pound top 15 fighters 2025. This is how I think their year is going to go. I'm going to go from number 15 up to number 1, explaining in a few words how I think their year is going to go, and then I'm going to explain in more detail what I think 2025 is going to look like for them. I may not hit all of these. I know that's a crazy take, guys. Listen, dude, I don't think I'm going to get 15 fucking predictions correct for the year, guys, but I'm going to try, man. All right, so let's get into this. Hopefully that makes sense. Starting off with myself at number 15, Charles Oliveira. I pick a champion. The champion's name is Charles Oliveira, brother. What is my prediction for Charles Oliveira's 2025? I'm going to put this into like 3 words for every single person. For Charles Oliveira, I wrote down fun BMF fights. So I don't think that he's going to win the belt back this year. He might get a title shot, but I feel like when I actually predict the year for Charles Oliveira, I can't picture him winning the belt back. I just picture him fighting Max Holloway and then fighting Dan Hooker or Renato Moicano and just having these big pay-per-view like co-main event type fights for the rest of the year. That's really what I'm picturing in 2025 for Charles Oliveira. I think he's going to lose to Max Holloway. It's a very competitive fight though. If he beats Max Holloway, he might get a title shot at the end of the year. Or he might defend the BMF belt against somebody exciting like fucking Hooker or Gaethje. If Hooker beats Gaethje, I could definitely see that happening. But yeah, I think it's going to be like a win one, lose one type of year for Charles Oliveira. I don't want to hate on the guy. I actually am looking forward to seeing him fight Max Holloway and seeing him, like, I would love to see him fight Dan Hooker as well. I feel like these are the type of fights we're going to get from Charles Oliveira in 2025. So that's my prediction. He's going to be on some BMF money fight type of shit in 2025. Let's move on to number 14 on the pound for pound list. Here's the fucking thing, you guys, right, dude? I deserve to be fucking top 10, you guys, because I beat Paulo Costa by fucking split decision, you guys. Sean Strickland. I wrote down 3 words for this guy. Back to ESPN, bruh. Back to the apex, bruh. That's where this guy's going in 2025, dude. I think Sean Strickland's going to lose to Dricus du Plessis by decision. It's going to be a close fight because they are a tough matchup for each other. And I feel like we're going to see Strickland go back to some prime Apex Strickland type of days. I was going to say Apex Predator Sean Strickland, but I don't want to call him that. I think he's going to lose to Dricus, and then I think he's going to headline a Fight Night main event on ESPN Plus, or maybe on ESPN, in front of a crowd against an up-and-comer like Cal Baralho or Anthony Hernandez. That's my prediction for Sean Strickland's 2025. He's losing the title shot. He's going back to being a contender. He's going back to fight nights. Maybe co-main event of pay-per-view, but I feel like more likely, based on what we've seen of the 2025 schedule so far, if they've got fucking Adesanya on a fight night, Strickland, brother, you're not getting on a pay-per-view, dog. You're getting on fucking UFC Fight Night Lewis versus Nascimento 2 as the co-main event. Nah, but seriously, I think Strickland versus DDP happens. He loses that. Then he fights a Fight Night main event against Baralho or Anthony Hernandez. That is my prediction for Sean Strickland, excuse me. All right, now for the other Sean in the pound for pound fucking top 15. Oh, fucking Sean O'Malley, bro. Look at the picture of this guy. Look at the fucking picture of this guy. He literally looks like the copy that Merab has in his stupid fucking Instagram reels. Why does he look like the fucking body double of himself in this photo? There couldn't be a more auralist photo of Sean O'Malley if you fucking tried. And this fits my point, dude. Sean O'Malley needs a fucking reset in 2025. And I wrote down locked in comeback. I think he's going to disappear for a few months. I think you're going to see him like get off social media. And then I think he's going to come back, do maybe like one ESPN interview with Brett Okamoto. And then he's going to have a good win against Piotr Jan, Corey Sandhagen, maybe Figueiredo, somebody like that. And be looking to get a title shot against the winner of Umar versus Merab before 2025 ends. I think Sean O'Malley's going to come back locked in, like have a successful comeback and be ready to get a title shot. That is my prediction for his year. I know some people think this is the fucking end of him. I actually think he's one of the only people who could beat Merab in this division. I think it's like Umar, O'Malley, maybe if he KOs him in round 1 or 2. Like these are kind of the options at bantamweight that I think could beat Merab. So I definitely want to see Sean O'Malley come back strong, and I think he will come back with like a locked in, damn, O'Malley's not playing around anymore type comeback. That's what I'm thinking for 2025, all right? Let's move on to number, 15, 14, 13, 12. Number 12 on the pound for pound list, guys. Listen, they don't pay me to do fucking numbers. They pay me to make YouTube videos, all right, man? Number 12, I mean, it is what it is, brother. Hey, January 1st, 2025, we're going to find out. We're going to see, brother. Max Holloway. Max blessed Holloway. Now, God rest his soul. It's like he's still here with us sometimes, man. This guy got slumped by Topuria, and he's moving up to 155, and I'm excited about this move to 155. I'm getting Alex Pereira vibes from this, and I'm going to say the 3 words for Max Holloway are new 155 contender. I think he's getting a fucking title shot before the year ends. I already talked about this in my every pay-per-view video, and I'm sticking with this, bro. I'm standing on business. This guy's going to beat Charles Oliveira, or he's going to beat Dustin Poirier, and he's going to get a title shot against Islam Makhachev before the year is over. This is what I believe, brother. If you don't like this, if you don't agree with this, okay, you have to go like comment section, but I'm going to pick this, brother. This is truth, brother. I got Max Holloway becoming a new contender at 155. In conversations for a title shot, BMF fights happening with Oliveira. This is what I think is going to happen for Max Holloway in 2025. Next 155 contender. That's what I wrote for him. Let's move on to the next guy. I'm not even going to worry about the numbers because I actually can't be. My brain is not fucking high functioning enough to keep track of these numbers. I'm going to drop moving on to number 7, Belal Muhammad. I'm just going to keep fucking it up. So I'm going to stop. All right. Next guy up on the list, number 11. Oh, it's literally here on the screen. Alexander Volkanovski. Listen, you do my fucking head in with the fucking numbers, that don't sit well with me, What is my prediction for Alexander Volkanovski's 2025? This is what I wrote down. Not that cooked. Not that cooked. I think Unk's still got it, man. I think he's going to come back, dude. I think we are looking at Jose Aldo 2.0. I don't think he's going to beat Ilia Topuria. Okay? But you know what, man? The recency bias is wearing off. I'm starting to forget his slumped body from UFC 298. This guy beats Josh Emmett still. This guy beats Arnold Allen. This guy beats Movsar Evloev. This guy beats Aljamain Sterling. I think he's going to come back in 2025 and he's going to prove that he's still got it. The knees might not work how they used to, he's not flicking that jab. Mate, I used to fucking train with Volk. He'd whip out that jab on you, he'd slip on you. Mate, you couldn't fucking touch him. Yeah, you couldn't touch him with a fucking 10-foot pole, mate. I think he's still got it. And I think he's going to come back. He's going to have a decently valiant performance against Ilia Topuria. I don't think he beats Topuria. I think he will get finished again, but it will be similar to Max versus Jose Aldo. He'll come back against Ilia again, do slightly better, and then get finished in round 3 instead. That's what I think. Round 3 or round 4, max. That's what I think is going to happen. And then I think before the year is over, he'll come back. He'll get a bounce back win against someone like Josh Emmett, Arnold Allen, that type, Aljamain Sterling, that type of name, and just prove that he's not that cooked. He's not going to be champion again as long as Ilia's the champ, but he's not BJ Penn yet. I think that's what's going to happen for Alexander Volkanovski. I wrote down not that cooked. Okay, dude. Let's move on to number 10 pound for pound. How is this guy ranked number 10 pound for pound? Yeah, bro, I don't know, bro. Bro, that's 9 people ahead of me, bro. Honestly, bro, I truly believe I deserve to be ranked number 7, bro. Honestly, bro. Leon Rocky Edwards. This man's coming back in 2025 with a vengeance. I mean, he's announcing it on sponsored Instagram posts. He's not even posting on his actual social media. Bro's keeping the comeback a secret from everybody. But apparently he's coming back in March. And what is my prediction for 2025 for Leon Edwards? Wins back. No, I'm just kidding. I wrote down 1 boring win. This is the script that I have in my mind for Leon Edwards in 2025. And I feel like this is going to be extremely accurate. He's going to get announced for that March UK card. He's going to be the headliner. He's not fighting JDM. He's not fighting Ian Gary. He's not fighting Carlos Prates. He will be fighting Sean Brady in the UK for no fucking reason. He's going to win via boring unanimous decision. Okay, dude? That's going to happen. And then he's going to get on the mic. Yeah, I want to fight with Masvidal. I want to fight Masvidal or Nate Diaz, bro. He's not washed. He just fought for the belt, bro. He had a boxing match and won, bro. He's not washed. Well, obviously I want to get belt back, fight Belal. I truly believe I can beat him. I want to fight Trilogy Belal. None of these fights will happen. So get ready for Leon Edwards to get on the mic and get on the post-fight press conference after he beats Sean Brady. Get on the mic. Call out Masvidal, call out Diaz, call out Belal, probably call out Colby Covington or Gilbert Burns for some fucking reason. None of these fights will materialize, and he's gone for the rest of the year. We're seeing Leon Edwards one time in 2025. I truly believe this. This man will show up win one fight via decision in 2025, and we'll never see him again until 2026. But he's getting the belt back, boys. I'm going to put Leon Edwards down as one boring win, okay? Moving on now to the next man up in the division. I believe he's tied with Leon Edwards in the pound-for-pound list at number 9. That really doesn't make any sense to me. Alexandre Pantoja. Again, if you were here for the UFC 310 recap videos, I've retired the Pantoja. Guys, I work so hard for these guys. Don't leave it, guys, please. I work so hard. I'm going to retire it, okay? And in 2025, dude, I'm going to put some fucking respect on this guy's name. I wrote down my 3 words for Pantoja's 2025. Top 5 pound for pound. Now, you may be saying bedtime, that's not 3 words. Brother, P for P, that is 1 word, all right? Get fucked, all right? Top 5 P for P. Top 5 pound for pound. We know what this means. I believe that above him in the division, in the pound for pound rankings, a lot of these guys are either going to retire, they're going to lose their belt, they're going to have some, inactivity. I think some other guys below him will also drop off the list. Like Leon Edwards, come on, dude. He's not going to be tied with fucking Pantoja by the end of this year. I can promise you that. I think Pantoja's going to move up into the top 5. He's going to just sneak his way up. It's not going to be one win like, oh my God, he beat fucking Brandon Royval. Call the cops. It's not that type of pound for pound top 5. I just think it's one of those ones where it's like, well, fuck, everyone else is like losing, and Pantoja's just still defending his belt against, crumb weight, superstars. So I think eventually they're going to have to just slide him up the rankings. And I believe by the end of 2025, Pantoja will still be champion with more title defenses, and he'll be in the top 5 pound for pound. That's what I believe for Pantoja. And that would be cool for him because I think he deserves some respect. I do love that people are like, bro, Pantoja's the flyweight GOAT, man. It's like, dude, 11 title defense. Regardless, Demetrius Johnson. Everyone glazes Demetrius Johnson while simultaneously trying to say he's overrated. It makes no fucking sense to me. But regardless, Pantoja's definitely number 2 all time on F flyweight. It's either him or Figueiredo, right? But I think it's Pantoja. Okay, let me move on. Let me get off back on topic here. All right, next guy up in the pound for pound list. He's a great fighter. Pantoja's a great fighter. I'd love to fight him. Tom Aspinall. Now, my prediction for Tom Aspinall is pretty boring. I'm not going to waste your time with it. I wrote down undisputed heavyweight champion. You know this. I know this. We all know this. Jones probably knows this. Aspinall knows this. Sergey Spivak, he knows it, I think by the end of 2025, regardless of what happens with Jon Jones, they don't fight, they do fight, Jones wins, Aspinall wins, it doesn't matter, brother, okay, it doesn't matter. I think Aspinall will end the year, regardless of that, as the heavyweight champion. Because what the fuck are they going to do? What the fuck else are they going to do when Jones retires? They're going to make, we got a badass fight, we got Cyril Gane versus Jelton Almeida. No, bro. Aspinall will be the heavyweight champion by the end of the year. That's a fact. So that's my prediction for him. Really not much else to say. Very, very obvious in my opinion. Let's move on to Merab. Chinned out cold. No, I'm just kidding. Okay, I'm going to be nice to Merab. Okay, dude? Because a lot of you guys are like, oh, why are you hating on Merab? Come on, dude. What a stupid fucking question. But today I'm going to be nice to Merab. I wrote down War with Umar. I believe, and I'm going to risk my reputation for this, dude. I think Merab is going to have an entertaining, competitive fight with Umar Nurmagomedov. I believe the build-up's going to get us all hyped as fuck for this fight. I believe that these two, like, the way that they match up against each other stylistically is actually pretty interesting. I believe that Merab is extremely motivated to beat Umar Nurmagomedov. I think there is some questions there with Umar that we don't know about, but I also believe that he's good enough to beat Merab. And I think this is going to be a back-and-forth competitive fight, great scrambles, some good exchanges on the feet, some taunting from Merab, Coach Khabib screaming in the corner. I think Umar's going to win, but Merab is going to earn some respect from the fans for his performance. People are going to be like, you know what? Actually, Merab's pretty cool. Like, that was actually a good fight. I'm actually looking forward to his next fight. And I think Merab will fight someone entertaining like Figueiredo or Petr Yan before the end of the year. So I'm going to say Merab has a good 2025. Even though I think he's going to lose the belt, I think it's going to be competitive with Umar. I think it's going to be a war. He's going to earn a lot of respect. He's probably going to be giving a post-fight speech throughout the entire year. Hey, one more thing, you guys, I didn't lose to Umar, guys, and you have to give me a rematch. And guys, they're building new sphere, so I can keep talking, guys. Let's go, guys. I construct this myself, guys. Hey, O'Malley, I'm not going to continue with this, but you know what's going to happen with Merab. But I think he's going to have a decent year. I'm going to give him some props, all right? Now we're talking about the top 6. Now this is where it gets fucking serious, dude, all right? Bro, I didn't say that Dricus was going to lose the belt to Hamzat, mate. I just said he won't be champion by the end of the year, mate. Okay, totally different, bro. Totally fucking... Find a video of me saying that I think Dricus will lose to Hamzat, bro. I just said Hamzat will win the belt. Totally, completely different. There's a big misunderstanding here, mate. I hate to say this as a newly... I would say in the past year, I've become a huge Dricus fan. I think this is where it ends, boys. I think this is where it fucking ends, dude. I've got Hamzat by submission as my 3 words for 2025 for Dricus du Plessis. It pains me to say it, bro, but I think that... Not really, actually. I think Hamzat as champion will be cool. He'll have aura. He'll be a big star. There's fresh matchups up and down the division. If he actually wins fights easily and they sort out all this political shit, he can actually be active again. I feel like that's going to be more possible than people think. I believe Dricus du Plessis is going to beat Sean Strickland in the rematch. It's still a close fight. It's still competitive. It's not like a whitewash. Like Dricus just schools Sean Strickland. Like I don't think that's gonna happen. But I do believe he's gonna beat him a little bit more clearly than the first fight. And then he's gonna get matched up with Hamzat Chimaev. The build-up's gonna be insane. Dricus is dropping gaslights. Hamzat Chimaev's throwing water bottles. Nate Diaz is backstage. Yeah, fuck that. I'll fucking sell both these fuckers. Hey, fight my fucking boy, Cody Burns. You know what I mean? Nate, bro, that video is so fucking good, dude. But then I believe Hamzat Chimaev will beat Dricus du Plessis by submission. And Dricus du Plessis being the type of guy he is, you know what I'll say about him? He strikes me as the type of guy to lose the belt by submission and not be like Strickland or Adesanya and just sit around waiting for a title shot in a rematch. I could see Dricus du Plessis coming back in like 6 months and fighting Cal Baralho or fighting fucking Nasruddin Imavov, fighting, God, imagine Brendan Allen versus Dricus du Plessis, dude, that'd be so sick. But I think Dricus du Plessis is going to have 3 fights in 2025, beat Sean Strickland, lose to Chimaev, beat some other contender, looking for a rematch in 2026. That's my prediction, so I wrote down Hamzat by submission, but yeah, I think Dricus du Plessis will bounce back if he loses the belt. And honestly, the last thing I'll say about this Dricus Hamzat fight, I feel like people take this as like, bro, oh my god, bro, you're glazing Hamzat, bro. Stop glazing Hamzat. Sorry that I'm picking the undefeated phenom of fucking MMA to beat this guy that pulls fucking side control, dude. My fault, bro. But if anybody can beat Hamzat Chimaev, it's Dricus du Plessis. Like, Dricus du Plessis is that type of guy who will jump on a guillotine on the wrong side or just look for an anaconda and fucking roll the wrong direction and still somehow get a tap on Hamzat. Like, if anybody can do it, it's this guy. Like, he'll get on Hamzat's back, cross his fucking feet over, put the rear naked choke on the wrong side, not even go palm to palm, goes like wrist, like hand to forearm, still get the tap. So if anybody could fucking do it wrong, it's Dricus du Plessis. So shout out to Dricus, but I think Hamzat's getting the belt, dude. Now we're in the top 5, and my boy, Belal, remember the name. I wrote down striking, grappling, wrestling, bro. Bro, all these other guys at welterweight, they suck. They're literally bums. They suck. The 3 words that I wrote down to predict Belal Muhammad's 2025: loses the belt, JDM. Belal Muhammad, I love you, brother. I'm rooting for you. I believe that he's going to 49-46 sharp cut Rakhmonov. He's going to smudge him. He's going to box him up against the fence. He's going to get takedowns. He's going to manhandle him. He's going to walk him down and bully him. Drain all of his aura. And then I believe he's going to lose the belt via upset to Jack Della Maddalena. That's what I believe, dude. I know that people disagree with me heavily on this. I'm not changing my opinion. I believe JDM is the best chance to beat Belal Muhammad right now. JDM... It's weird. Actually, I don't believe that, but I do think he will beat Belal Muhammad, okay? I do think stylistically, I could definitely see why people don't think JDM will beat Belal Muhammad, because he is taken down, but he's also really good at scrambling and getting back up, and I feel like JDM's the only type of fucking fighter where the bullshit scoring that we all hate in MMA gets applied to him completely unironically. Every single other fighter, you will never find another fighter where... Like, if a judge that's fucking brain dead scores the Basil Hafez fight to Basil Hafez for laying on JDM when he got literally 10-8'd on the feet every time they struck, right? You will never find another fighter that people use that against them. Oh, bro, this guy went life and death with Basil Hafez. No, dude, he pulled guillotine 5 times against this fucking jobber on roids in the Apex. And outside of that, he beat the shit out of him on the feet. Same with Kevin Holland. No reason for that to be a split decision. He completely schooled Kevin Holland. Makes no sense why it's and most people with their eyes would agree with that, but people just, bro, he's actually a split decision with Kevin Holland. Okay. Cool, man. But yeah, I believe that Belal Muhammad will lose the belt to JDM at the end of the year. I'm standing on this. I'm dying on this hill. I don't care. And if Belal Muhammad beats JDM, you can't rub it in my face. I want both of these guys to be champions. So get fucked. Belal Muhammad or JDM is champ by the end of the year. We own the welterweight division. We will be welterweight champion in 2025. All right, I'm just kidding, man. All right, let's move on to Ilia Topuria. It's Ilia. My prediction for Ilia Topuria is 2025. It's kind of boring, but I just wrote down 2 title defenses. That's it, man. I think he's going to beat Volk in a rematch. It's going to be a little bit more competitive than the first fight, or pretty similar to the first fight. Volk's doing good on the feet, gets backed up to the fence, gets KO'd. Maybe Volk grapples a little bit, and we get to see more Ilia Topuria grappling. That'd be kind of cool. But yeah, I think Ilia still beats him just based on the age, the power, the skill set that he has. I really have a hard time seeing Volk beating him. And then honestly, I think to close out the year, he's going to defend his belt against either Diego Lopez or Movsar Evloev. I feel like they're going to get booked against each other in a 5-round fight and like quite soon. I feel like that will get made. Lopez versus Evloev, winner of that gets a title shot against Ilia near the end of the year. I feel like Ilia is pretty fucking likely to beat either of those guys. If anybody can do it, I do believe it's Evloev. I know people don't agree with me on that, but I just feel like you have to be able to wrestle really good offensively to beat Ilia Topuria. You're not going to outstrike him. You're not going to piece him up. It's not fucking possible. It's not happening, dude. You have to be able to box a little bit, but you also have to be able to take him down and just hold him and waste time and out-scramble him. I feel like that is the only way we're ever going to see anyone beat Ilia is via grappling. And even then, I'm not 100% sure. I think Islam Makhachev or Movsar Evloev are the only people I would be like, maybe they could do it. So I think Ilia Topuria is going to get 2 title defenses in 2025 and officially call out Islam Makhachev for a double champ super fight in 2026. So that's my prediction. 2 title defenses, setting up the fight with Islam, clearing out the division for good in 2025. That's my prediction for Ilia Topuria. Alex Pereira, Poatan. 3 words, bro. 3 words, man. Ducking Big Ank. No, I'm just kidding. I'm just kidding, dude. Don't get mad. I'm kidding, bro. Stop typing. I'm kidding. My 3 words for Alex Pereira. Heavyweight title fight. I think that regardless of where you stand on the Big Ank versus Poatan argument, whether you think Ankalaev beats him, whether you think Pereira beats him, whether you think Pereira's ducking, whether you disagree with that, I believe that Alex Pereira is going to defend his belt one more time against some bullshit defense like Oberg or Yuri again or Jamal Hill again. Probably the most likely one is Jamal Hill too, since he literally called for that on Twitter and people are gaslighting me like he didn't. And then I think he's going to fight Ankalaev this year, later in the year, way too late in the fucking year. And regardless of outcome, I'm not going to say in the video right now, oh yeah, Ankalaev's going to sleep him and fucking he's going to move up. But if Ankalaev beats him or if Pereira beats Ankalaev, I feel like regardless of the outcome of that fight, that's the end of him at light heavyweight. There's nothing left to do at light heavyweight once he fights Ankalaev. Regardless of outcome, he's moving up and he's fighting for the heavyweight title. It's either going to be Jones versus Pereira, Aspinall versus Pereira. Huge legacy fight to close out 2025, probably December or November. I think that is getting more and more likely. The more I listen to Dana White talk, the more I listen to Jon Jones and Dana White talk, I'm feeling like this Alex Pereira heavyweight title fight is going to happen in 2025. So that's my prediction for his year. Gets victimized by Big Ank and then moves up the heavyweight. I'm just kidding, bro. Oh, man. Last 2 people to talk about. Listen, kid, let me tell you about Jon Jones. Pound for pound, #1. That's all I got to say, kid. This guy's the most badass fighter in the UFC. Now, Jon Jones. My prediction for Jon Jones 2025. Really simple. I'm not going to waste too much time on this. Fights Tom Aspinall. I think he's going to do it. I believe Dana White. I know that's like a crazy thing to say. I believe Dana White. I think we're going to see this fight sooner than people think. I said March, maybe June, July. We see it, but would not. I could definitely actually see this like random announcement in a couple of weeks type shit. So I feel like Tom Aspinall Jones will happen. Regardless of the outcome, he's probably going to call out Alex Pereira or just retire if he gets smoked by Tom Aspinall. I don't know what's going to happen in that fight. I want to talk about that fight when it gets announced, but for right now, I'm just going to say fights Tom Aspinall. That's 2025 for Jon Jones. He will fight Tom Aspinall at some point. Last one to talk about, Islam Makhachev. My prediction for his 2025, I got 3 words, dude. Beats Anderson's record.
That's a real thing. I was part of Anderson's record. That's a real thing. If he beats Sarkarian, and Sarkarian's a live dog, that's a real tough fight.
I think if Islam Makhachev can beat Arman Tsarukyan, who, let me just say this before the fights happen. I'm picking Islam Makhachev, but Arman Tsarukyan, I can't stress this enough. He's giving me so much Leon Edwards vibes right now, bro. I'm getting so many flashbacks from fucking the Leon Edwards Kamaru Usman 2 fight. I'm getting so many flashbacks of Islam Makhachev's pound for pound number 1. He's the GOAT of his division. He's gonna move up and fight this guy and fight that guy. He's cleared out the division. He's fucking amazing, bro. Oh my God, he's about to fucking pass Anderson Silva's record. All this stuff. It reminds me, he's already beat this guy. Why are they even doing this rematch? Arman doesn't even really deserve this. There's so many fucking things that remind me of Leon and Usman 2 that I have to just say something about it. But if Islam Makhachev beats Arman Tsarukyan, which I think he is capable of pulling off, and I'm going to lean towards him. If he beats Arman, nobody else is beat. Bro, if he beats Arman, I'm confident on all of your guys' souls that he will crack 16 wins in a row this year, dude. On everyone's soul except mine, I think he's going to crack 16 wins this year in a row by defending his belt one more time. It's going to be Arman, and then it's going to be Charles or Max or Gaethje. That's going to be his year, is beating Anderson Silva's record or tying the record with Anderson Silva for the most wins in a row in UFC history. These are my predictions for every pound-for-pound fighter and their 2025 that's coming up. Let me know down below, what is your prediction for these fighters? How accurate do you think my picks are going to be? Let me know in the comments. I'm sure you will let me know that this is aged like milk, despite the fact that it's still 2024. But I appreciate you guys. I thank you so much for watching. Make sure you subscribe if you're not already. Like the video. Go follow me on Instagram and Twitter at Bedtime MMA. And yeah, man, have a good holidays, you guys. See you, dude.